Welcome to Mantelligence. Gentlemen, today we're going to show you the 5 habits that make people dislike you. So let me ask you a quick question. Has this situation ever happened to you? You show up to work and your coworkers are all talking about the fun they had last night playing poker or watching the game, and you're awkwardly left out of the conversation, sadly wondering, where the heck was my invitation? You go back and you check your phone for missed calls or texts and confirm your worst fear. You weren't invited. Fellas, today we're going to show you how to solve the mystery of why you're not clicking with your peers and how to show you how to make people like you with the 5 habits you should definitely break, plus one that it might be time to resurrect.
Number 5, his name is just Joe.
One of the fastest ways to immediately turn people off is to habitually talk down about others in your social group. It's one of the main reasons why people try to avoid you and one of the biggest reasons girls think you're unattractive. Here are 2 critical reasons why. First, talking badly about others in your group will quickly cause other people to lose trust in you. Think about it. If you're negatively talking about John behind his back, the person you're talking to is going to start to wonder what you might say about them behind their back. It's a trust thing. And study after study confirms that trust is one of the most important factors in building strong relationships with your peers. Secondly, talking badly about others forces you to use a negative communication style. Your body posture, your language, your facial expressions, they're all going to reek of negativity. And the only thing worse than reeking of negativity is reeking like Garlic Joe. I mean, that guy stinks like garlic. I mean, super bad.
Beardy, you just did it.
I just did what, Kay?
You just did what you told everyone not to do.
Oh, you mean about Garlic Joe?
Yes, I mean about Garlic Joe. His name is just Joe, Beardy.
Yeah, but that guy seriously stinks like garlic. I think he has a serious vampire phobia or something like that.
Beardy, sometimes I think you're helpless. Number 4, leave it to the professionals. Guys, I know we're always saying, don't be the nice guy and be more alpha, but sometimes guys can overdo it in their attempts to seem more confident, especially when it comes to forcing humor. And if you're looking for more clarity on how to be more alpha without shooting yourself in the foot, check out this vid on how to be a bad boy and why nice guys finish last. Now, there's some time-honored, sage-like advice about speaking in public that warns against trying to be funny. Because if your attempts at humor fail, you fail epically. And the most dangerous form of humor that, if executed with anything but flawlessness, will instantly alienate you is sarcasm. Effectively delivering sarcasm without insulting someone is an art form, and effectively receiving it is really an acquired taste. Meaning, most folks don't appreciate sarcasm and prefer to not be around sarcastic people. Here's why. As Oscar Wilde once said, sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, but the highest form of intelligence. And it's for this reason that sarcasm is too often misunderstood. Studies have shown that understanding sarcasm requires the same mental faculties that are used to comprehend language and others' emotions. So unless you're with really close family or friends, people who know you really well, sarcasm is more dangerous than effective at bridging social gaps and forging new relationships. In fact, it often has the opposite effect and is best left to the experts, like my girl Ellen.
Are you talking about Ellen DeGeneres, Kay?
Yeah. Duh.
I think you meant to say it like, my main man Danny T, the most sarcastic and possibly most offensive man ever.
Are you referring to Daniel Tosh, Beardy?
Yeah.
Okay, literally nobody calls him that. So unless you're a successful comedian and master of sarcasm, it's best to avoid this form of humor when you're with new friends, especially girlfriends. Number 3, find that gentle sweet spot. Beardy, have you ever heard someone say, the eyes are the window to the soul?
Did my boy Danny T say it?
No, Beardy, it was not Daniel Tosh.
Then, nope, never heard it before.
Well, it's a thing. People say it.
Well, what in the world does it mean, Kay?
Well, Beardy, it means that our eyes are a reflection of our inner selves. So when we make eye contact with someone, we're connecting our true selves with that other person.
That sounds really creepy, Kay.
It's not creepy, Beardy. It's intimate and can be super romantic. Girls actually love it. Gentlemen, you want to know how to make any girl fall in love with you? It's simple. Master the art of meaningful but gentle eye contact. Because if there are 2 habits that make people instantly dislike you, it's avoiding eye contact or giving too much eye contact. As your mama taught you, it's impolite to stare.
Guys, Kay's right. Somewhere in between little to no eye contact and creepily staring at someone is that gentle sweet spot that will make any girl fall in love with you fast. So the next time you're with a girl, look to take advantage of the moment of silence. Whether you're just greeting her or there's a pause in the conversation, make eye contact. Hold it for just a brief second. Smile warmly and let it go.
Wowza, Beardy. You gave me chicken skin with that one. Seriously, fellas, you want to know how to make any girl fall in love with you? Give that a try. Hey guys, if I could redirect your longing gaze from your mirror for just a second, a quick reminder that at the end of this video, we're going to share the most common habit that most guys think is bad, but is actually good. So stay tuned until the end to find out what habit you may have been avoiding that you should immediately bring back into the fold to get her to like you.
Hey, you know what else you should apply to your folds to get her to like you? Chassis, man care for down there. The founders of Chassis astutely recognize that no one ever mentions the unmentionables when talking about men's body care. And want to know one of the biggest and quickest turnoffs for women? It's those exact unmentionable and bad down there body care habits. So with the help of a super clever chemist, they designed a whole slew of magical products to reduce unwanted sweat and odor and maximize comfort for that very special area of a man's body. You know, the parts that run a shade lighter than the rest. And the amazing part is that they did it using only all-natural, worry-free ingredients like aloe vera, pumpkin seeds, and something we're fairly certain was sourced directly from Narnia called meadow foam. I know what you're thinking. My stink pit needs all the chemicals. But Chassis men's care products have been tested in the gnarliest of environments like the gator pits of Florida swamplands, or maybe it was the Florida man's swamp ass. I'm not sure exactly, but what I am sure about is that these powders, primers, and creams work like gangbusters. Pretty sure it was designed by Elon Musk or one of his other aliens in his tribe, because this stuff is out of this world. So stop treating your underwear like a baby's diaper and give Chassis products, man care for down there, a try. Click the link in the description box below. Now, let's get back to the last two items on our list.
Number 2, don't be a delusional dummy.
Guys, here is one of the most common habits that make people instantly dislike you. It's called the me syndrome.
Oh, is that like the technical term, Beardy?
Okay, I may have just made that name up for it, but it's definitely a real thing. And if you have this syndrome, chances are you're completely oblivious to the fact that you're doing one of the most unattractive things guys don't know they do. Guys with the me syndrome only care about themselves, and they have a hard time listening to and understanding other people's feelings, which is the exact opposite of what it takes to form real bonds and develop new relationships. And fellas, this could be you. When you hear someone tell a story, do you immediately think of your own story to interject with and one up the storyteller?
Or when someone is awarded something or praised for their hard work, do you feel generally unhappy and suffer delusions that it should have been you?
If you answered yes to either of these questions, you could be a real jerk.
Guys, being selfish and self-centered is certainly not one of the habits women love. And that goes for all forms of social interaction, because there's more than one way to alienate yourself from your peers these days. Number 1, don't be a daily narrator.
So, you may have heard from other channels of a recent study that found family members get turned off when someone in your family habitually posts pictures of their friends and vice versa. Well, that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about another peculiar syndrome called the daily narrator syndrome.
And is that a technical term, Beardy, or just another one of your clever diagnoses?
I think you know the answer to that question, Kay.
The daily narrator syndrome refers to the obsessive-compulsive act of posting every little thing that happens throughout your day. Not only is it one of the most common habits that make people instantly dislike you, it's also the fastest way to lose followers on social media. It becomes the equivalent to spam, and most people are going to choose to remove it from their feeds. So what is excessive posting? Unless you had a truly exceptional day, posting more than once a day is inarguably too much. Posting pics of every meal you ate, unless you're a bona fide food blogger, is insanely unnecessary. Posting about that thing that just happened to you while in line at Starbucks is probably not newsworthy and is best kept offline. So if you have the tendency to overcrowd your feed and inundate your followers with posts, consider this best practice. Make notes and collect pics throughout your day, and then sift through them at the end of your day and pick only the best content from your day to post about. As painful as it may be for you to hold off until the end of your day, it will create a more tolerable cadence that your followers will definitely appreciate. Hey guys, be shameless. Drop that line. Gentlemen, for too long has the classic pickup line been aggressively demonized. And while yes, a good pickup line in the wrong hands can be disastrous, at the same time, a bad pickup line in the right hands can be fortuitous. Especially in the world of online dating, it can be a complete game changer. The reason she sticks around to get to know you. Want to learn how to pick up girls like a boss? Check out this other vid for all those tips and tricks. See, guys have been criticized for their different methods and attempts to meet women, and they've become paralyzed with self-doubt. And the last thing that women want in a guy is a lack of confidence. Confidence is an essential trait of an attractive alpha male. And a well-executed pickup line exudes confidence, and if delivered correctly, a refreshing touch of wit. So next time you have an opportunity to put yourself out there and introduce yourself to a cute girl, be courageous. Be shameless and drop that line. Those are 5 common habits that make people instantly dislike you. And the one thing most guys think is terribly wrong, but can be totally right. And guys, don't forget to visit chassisformen.com for all your men care down there needs. Thanks for watching.